My name is Noel Oge of Let Us Farm. You are welcome once again to Let Us Farm. So today we shall be doing a topic that some people reached out to me about. I've done this topic before, but for some reasons, many people still don't get the right information. Everybody's trying to see a way to manage funds and make the best of it. So what we're going to be discussing today is, how many times do you feed your catfish for best results? Yes, this is what we're going to do today. So please, may I use this opportunity to remind you that I don't have any WhatsApp group, I don't have any Telegram group, I'm not planning on forming any. So if you have a request to join my group, please discard that. Now, if this is the first time of seeing me, kindly subscribe to this channel and follow all of my channels so that any video I drop, you will see it. And if you are having any issue in your farm, all you simply need to do is just to do a 2 to 3 minutes video of these your fishes. Do this video when you are feeding your fishes and send it to me. So when you send this video to me, I'll be able to help you from your problems. Look, these services, I've been doing it and I continue to do it. It's free. So like I said, today we shall be looking at, how many times do you feed your catfish for the best result? I'll be right back. Welcome back. So like I said, the topic we are doing today is, how many times do you feed your catfish for the best result? Yeah, I'm not discrediting what anybody wishes to say about this. Like I always say, whatever you wish to do, it's about choice. But what I'm telling you, it's a practical experience and not a sellable experience, because I have nothing to sell to you. So whatever I tell you here, if you want to practicalize it, you can actually do that on your own volition. Why I'm using these words is that when some people reach out to me, they reach out to me as if I'm compelling them. I'm not compelling anyone to do anything, no. But those who have actually done what I said, there are results. You can go through my pages and see results. These results are sent in by people that I have never ever met once in my life. And worthy of note is that these things that you hear from people talk, maybe what the experiences they had from this channel and the results they have, look, for the fact that I'm not selling anything, you should know that they are not paid marketers to come and promote me. So I'm saying all these things for you to understand that if you are listening to me, you are just listening to me because you want to have a good result from what you are doing, not because I'm selling anything to you or to anybody. Please, let's have this in mind. So like I was saying, we are trying to discuss today is, what are the best, how many times do you feed your fishes for best results? First of all, let us understand what feeding is. Feeding is giving your catfish food for them to eat. Now, in catfish business, your feed has an indirect proportion to the weight gain of your fish. What this simply means is that it is what you give your fishes to consume that comes out of their body as weight. And now, as of today in Nigeria, catfishes are sold by weight. In many Western worlds, it is a norm. It is not a questionable something. What is the weight of selling? What is the method of selling? When I mean Western world, I mean Europe and other Western worlds. It is a standard practice that fishes, meat, beef, all those things, they are sold by weight. But I like to re-emphasize it because some people do some funny assumptions that probably they just see it with eye and they do pricing. No. In Nigeria today, things that are done like that are maybe natural water fish, but when it comes to catfish, it is by weight. Now, because I have said it is by weight, I'm only trying to tell you that it is the food you give them that is directly or indirectly proportional to the weight they gain, and it is the weight they gain that you sell. Simple. Let me break it down. It means now, What you give these fishes to eat is what gives them weight, and it is this weight that you are going to sell. If you understand this, you are supposed to start getting used to what we are discussing. Now, when people do some arguments about how many times do you feed a catfish, bring your mind back to what I have said. It is what you feed them that they give you as body weight, and it is the body weight you sell as fish to make good money. So now what it simply means is that the more they eat, that is the more they give you body weight, and that body weight is what you sell. In catfish, they have a very slow digestive system. Some people say it's 20 hours. It's not possible. Within 5 to 6 hours, they have digested most of their food, but not all food. Even you as a human being, if you eat in the morning, by 6 p.m., you would have not completely digested what you eat in the morning. But then in catfish, their own system is a very slow system. So it takes time for this food to be broken down to molecules in digestion. Now, what this simply means is that for the fact that they don't digest food very fast, doesn't mean that you feed them once. If you feed your fishes once, you are starving them. So in your best result, between 6 to 8 hours in between your feeding, you can actually feed them. Now, the longer the time, the more they eat. For instance, if you feed and after 6 hours you want to feed them, they won't eat as much as they will eat if it is after 8 hours. Because the longer the thing is getting delayed, that is the more they are digesting what they've eaten before. So now, on no reason should you believe that when you feed them once in a day, which is a 24-hour cycle, that you're going to get same result as someone who feeds 3 times or twice in a day. It's not possible. So in your best result, the minimum number of times you're supposed to feed your fishes is twice per day. Now, for it to be easier for you to understand, feed them in the morning. You can feed them between the hours of 7 in the morning to the hours of 10. Please take note, it is not advisable to feed the fishes when the sun is very high. When you do that, what happens is that most of them may not come to eat. And it's not advisable to feed the fishes when the weather is very cold. When you do that, most of them will not come out to eat. You see, fishes always move with water temperature, and water temperature is indirectly controlled by the weather and the environment. I don't want to be confusing people when I'm saying things. So what I try to do is to bring it down to the minimum understanding, so that when you can be able to understand this thing in the minimal effect, it will give you a clearer picture. So that when someone else is bringing another argument, you can now stand on what you have understood to stay on the argument. Because when you don't understand and someone says another thing, it throws you off balance. So what I'm saying is that if you want to feed, it's not the best to go and feed your fishes by 12 noon. People do it, not that they don't do it. It won't kill your fishes, but what happens is that many may not respond. So, and it's not best to feed your fishes in freezing cold. Many would not still respond. So you go in between. You can feed between 7 and 10. Remember, I did not say it is wrong that they will die. No, but I'm looking at where a majority would eat. Sometimes some people, because of the nature of their job, may decide to feed their fishes by 6 a.m. Not bad. You can still feed by 6 a.m. Some even feed by 5 a.m. because of the nature of their job. Understandable. But whatever you do, always remember that the minimum number of times you can feed your fishes is twice per day. So if you can feed till the hour of 10 o'clock in the morning, then you now come for your later in the day feeding. You start between 4, 5, 6. That time the sun is already down, so they will have better response. Now there are some people that does not belong to this category. Like I said, because of the nature of their job, they feed early in the morning around 5 a.m. and when they come back around 9 p.m. they feed. It's still not wrong. Fishes eat at night. They eat excellently at night, so it's still not wrong. But what matters here is, please make sure that during those feedings that you do like that, feed them very, very well. Now some people will say, we feed more than twice. Excellent. If you are feeding 3 times, some people feed 7 in the morning, they feed 4 p.m. and they feed by 10 p.m. It's not bad. What matters is each time you are feeding, check my videos. There's a place I explained about spot feeding. Try and use spot feeding. So when you are using spot feeding, your fishes will come as they eat. You put, don't just go to your pond and scatter feed. If you do that, most of the food you put there, they are wasting. So you put food as they eat. Just watch my videos where I will crop a particular one and put here where I was feeding my fishes, so that you can see. You put food as they come, you give them. As they come, you give them. When they stop coming, you just hold on a little. Just wait a little, then continue again. If some come, they will eat. If they don't come again, it means that they are okay. So no need to keep pouring. Because why most people waste their feed thinking they feed is that they just go to the pond, they just empty the bag of food in the pond, and they tell you that they fed their fishes. Very wrong. That's why many people, when they reach out to me, they say, oh, how many kg of food will I give my fish every day? I have stated this, and I will still do a video to also explain that. There is no amount of kg per day. Anyone that tells you a particular amount is still new to the business. What happens is this. Like I said, every weather situation determines how your fishes eat. There are, for instance, that if my fishes eat 10 kg every day and I'm feeding them 10 kg, there are some days you go there, they will not respond. They may eat only 5 kg. It could be that the weather is cold for them, or that the water is already very terrible for them. There must be something that have made them to reduce eating. But then, if your mind is not like that, and you just go there, you pour the feed, you go, you pour the feed, you go. When there is these issues, you will never know. You will still go and waste that number of kg that someone has predicted for you, and that's not how to do the business. If you must succeed in catfish business, you just have to be patient. You have to take it easy. Every step in anything in catfish is easy. You have to take it easy. Even if you watch the fishes themselves, they take things easy. So calm down and try this thing I'm telling you. The minimum number of times you are supposed to feed your fishes, just like I explained, is twice per day. You do it in the morning and later in the evening. But then, if you have the opportunity, you can do 3 times. All that matters is make sure that anytime you are feeding your fishes, make sure that they are eating. Don't just go to the pond and waste your feed and go. Then another thing is this. If you are feeding 3 times and your fishes are eating very well, your results will be better than someone who is feeding twice. Correct. Then if you are feeding once, there is no how you are going to achieve the result of someone feeding 2 times. So that's why I tell you that the minimum you can is twice. With twice per day at the rate of 3.5 to 4 months, you will achieve 1 kg. So imagine if you're able to have that patience to go midnight and do all these things. Before that number of time, you will even achieve that 1 kg. That's how this thing works. So I hear stories of when people tell people that when your fishes get to 2 months, you start feeding once. Please, it's a lie. Such news is just, when someone doesn't have money to run a business, he tries to look for every stories to cover up the error. That is wrong. Always plan what you want to do before you start. So when you start, you don't start complaining you don't have money for feeding. Have it back of your mind, the minimum number of times. There is nothing like a special way that you will feed, that your fishes will eat once in a day and be okay. It's a lie. There's nothing like that. I hear people saying there's a special way. There is no special way, because they must eat and digest the food. So there is nothing like special way. It's 24 hours in a day. So there's no how you feed once and there will be a special way. Some people say there is something you add to the water that will make the fishes to be okay. It's a lie. There is nothing, there is no additive that will make your fishes not to want to eat. It's not possible. All these things are lies. Because like I said, when people don't know what to do and they just want to, sometimes they want to sell the drugs that they are marketing. Or sometimes they just want to coin something and pack some people and join them. And when they make mistakes like this, they go back to blame the people that hatch the fish. Please, these things are wrong and they are lies. Don't waste your time and waste your money believing some of these things. It will not work. Now, have I said anything that is more confusing to all these things? Please, if I have, use the comment section and ask me those things, and I will be ready to address this issue. Now, if there is any particular topic you want me to come and treat, use the comment section and I promise you I will do that. Like I said, if you're having any issues in your farm, simply do a 2 to 3 minutes video and send to me. Once you send me these videos, I'll be able to tackle this problem for you. It's free of charge. Until I come your way next time, my name is Emerifon Oge of Let Us Farm. Keep farming. it's a way of life.